Hello, and welcome to the release video of AVEVA Enterprise SCADA 2025 release. Enterprise SCADA 2025 release includes new CRM and architectural enhancements. This release includes many security enhancements and third-party components updates. For this release, the Microsoft infrastructure remains unchanged. A quick summary of the enhancements before we do a deeper dive into the details. We have added the following features: virtual chromatograph, gas quality redirection, gas quality setpoint limits. We have expanded the gas quality elements and enhanced the flatline watchdog return to normal. On the architectural side, we added support for always availability groups, historical database upgrade improvements, and added support for a fully qualified domain name and NetBIOS naming conventions. Features overviews. Always on availability groups. We have added support for always-on availability groups in addition to the failover cluster interface. As the failover cluster, always-on availability groups ensures high availability and disaster recovery with seamless failover and minimal downtime. Always-on availability groups uses groups of databases that fail together. Logs are replicating from the primary replica to the secondary, and each replica has its own local storage. Always-on availability brings number of benefits. It is well suited for hyperconvergent architecture. Backups can be done from the secondary replica via block-level hyperconvergent infrastructure snapshot, leaving the primary replica to process data generated from applications. Always-on availability is consistent with modern IT infrastructure and preferred by most database administrators. And lastly, reportedly shorter disaster recovery times. The virtual chromatograph is a new feature that is part of AVEVA pipeline operation for gas. Virtual chromatograph can manage up to 20 input sources within one object. If some gas chromatograph fail or become unreliable, the virtual chromatograph calculates gas composition using functioning upstream chromatographs based on their flow. Virtual chromatograph applies a weighted flow average for meter calculations. Gas quality redirection. Gas quality redirection allows SCADA administrator to pre-configure temporary gas quality without applying permanent changes to operational configurations. A SCADA administrator can configure ahead of time an alternative gas quality source if a given gas quality fails, and a SCADA controller can activate this alternative gas quality from his control display. If gas quality malfunctions, a new source can be assigned in its place by the controller, and the gas meter that is connected to the failed gas quality will use the data from the replacement source. The diagram shows how a virtual chromatograph used as a backup source for the gas quality 3 to replace the failed gas quality. Once activated, the connected meter to gas quality 3 will receive its gas composition from the backup source of the virtual chromatograph. The SCADA administrator can configure a deadband to define a valid range for gas composition for a host calculated gas quality. Values entered or read from other devices will be validated against this range. If any gas composition falls outside the range, the gas quality will be marked as stale, preventing the download of these values to avoid incorrect calculations by the field meters. We have added gas quality elements. The new gas quality elements provide more context on the total sulfur contained within the gas, how the field may have normalized the gas composition, and the information on the compressibility of the gas. The following components have been added to the gas quality objects: carbonyl sulfide, mercaptan sulfur, supercompressibility factor, unnormalized mole total, and mole total. With this release, we have made improvements to the historical database upgrades. Administrator can now upgrade historical database individually, offering more flexibility and control. This allows for efficient and targeted upgrades, with each database managed independently to ensure smooth transition and a minimal disruption. A new optional command switch operator has been added to the upgrade command to include database name to upgrade. Flatline watchdog return to normal enhancement. The flatlined watchdog now returns to normal immediately after receiving the first good value, bypassing the return to normal hold-off cycles and intervals. This gives SCADA administrator more flexibility in handling communication scenarios. AVEVA now supports Active Directory domain names where the second level name, that is, the first part, of a fully qualified domain name is not unique and does not match the Network Basic Input-Output System or NetBIOS name. For example, mydomain.test and mydomain.com contain the same second level name, where the NetBIOS name will be unique as mydomain.test and mydomain.com, respectively. A quick update on the deprecation in this release. The BLT alarm bracketing source path, binary formatter class, local system collect privilege setting are being deprecated in this release and removed in a future release. The legacy PyOS interface is also being deprecated in favor of a new and redesigned agent for Pine Connect. The impersonate methods, resolve event handler class are removed. And that concludes our video. I would like to congratulate everyone who has worked on this release, and thank you for watching.